Good morning, everybody. I'm House Minority Leader Tony McCombie, representing the 89th District in Northwest Illinois. I wish we were here today discussing good news about tax cuts, economic growth, a growing population, but instead, I'm here with my colleagues to sound off against what we have seen and heard far too often in the last couple weeks. Gaslighting and dangerous rhetoric and the consequences of those words are playing out in our state. From escalating confrontations with ICE agents to rising tensions with local law enforcement, the incidents are mounting. Just look at Broadview, Illinois, where violent protests continue to unfold. This is not just a trend, it's an active threat. If we remain silent, small sparks will ignite into uncontrollable fires. Now is the time to speak out assertively and restore order before more violence is enabled. Make no mistake, these are ideologically motivated acts. This kind of violence has no place in our country. I have taken every opportunity to speak up and speak out against political and targeted violence against the reckless rhetoric that fuels this division. When rhetoric turns dangerous, this is used to disrupt, damage the very stability of our nation, and it's put at risk. We've seen these tensions rise here at home, driven at times by our very own governor, who just yesterday called agents jackbooted thugs. Let me repeat that. Our governor called law enforcement jackbooted thugs. He went further, urging Illinoisans to fight with everything we have and to ask for badge numbers and record everything. And to what end? These remarks have only deepened tensions between federal agents who are doing their jobs in their local communities. Standing alongside him was the ineffective Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, the mayor who just last week compared law enforcement to a sickness. Just last week, the mayor of Chicago compared law enforcement to a sickness. Johnson dismissed ICE operations as nothing more than a play for politics, money, and power. That claim is just wrong. ICE operations have always been and will continue to be about protecting families and enforcing the law. Passionate debate should never become a spark for harm. That is why the House Republican caucus has been diligent in putting forth legislative solutions. Let's have a conversation, reasonable dialogue that paves a pathway forward on robust debate and truth. We stand firmly with law enforcement and public servants who faced heightened risk every single day. We will continue to defend the rule of law and the principle that no one should ever be targeted for carrying out their duty. Public safety must always be a priority, but because of the movement to defund law enforcement and policies that put criminals over victims, we cannot have safe neighborhoods without the help and support of law enforcement across the board, from federal to local law enforcement. The governor's cannot claim that he wants to work with law enforcement to remove criminals while at the same time promoting policies that make our communities less safe, including encouraging residents to disrupt ICE operations at the Broadview Detention Center. If Governor Pritzker, Mayor Johnson, and the Springfield Democrats refuse to act, then the federal government has no choice but to protect their agents and Illinois overall.